Punk Revolution now. Hey everyone, I have a new review to give you. An album titled, what the fuck is it called? U.F.O.F. by Big Thief. I don't like either of those names, if I'm being honest. Right off the bat, check minus. Not a good way to start a review to get my good impression. If you want me to give you a good review, sorry, Big Thief. So why am I reviewing this? Honestly, this is something I really would not. If I listened to this, I would not be reviewing it if it weren't for the fact that today Pitchfork gave this album a 9.2. That's an extremely high rating. That is, on the Pitchfork scale, it's gonna be one of the best albums of the year, one of the top albums of the decade even. That's how high a 9.2 is. So obviously I needed to listen to it. And let me just say, Pitchfork, fuck you. Shame on you. Shame on you, Pitchfork. 9.2. 9.2. This album is perfectly good. I listened to it, I thought it was perfectly fine. It was good. It sounded good. But it wasn't a fucking 9.2. Don't try to fool anyone, Pitchfork. Don't even try. The only reason this album got a 9.2... You know what, let me hold off on that. Let me just start by talking about the music. The music was indie folk, indie, kind of brought feels of Grizzly Bear, maybe some later Radiohead's Moon-Shaped Pool, definitely got those vibes for sure. Bon Iver, Fleet Foxes, comfy, indie folk with whispery vocals that tries to be emotional with cryptic lyrics about who fucking knows. So that's kind of what's going on, and it was totally perfectly enjoyable listen. But I don't know, there was not I listened pretty closely, and there was nothing that really stood out to me as anything remarkably original. As stuff we've all heard before. But even if it's not original music, it could still use this music that's unoriginal as an engine to impact me in some way that's going to make me feel something. It just never really impacted me. It just kind of got a little boring at times. Just yeah, the songs were good, but this is not a fucking 9.2, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is Pitchfork doing? This is a prime example of Pitchfork giving a rating not because an album is so amazing, even though this album's it's perfectly fine, it's not a fucking 9.2. The reason Pitchfork gave this album a 9.2 is because it's cool. It's a cool album. It's cool. It's a second release by a hyped up band that has these cool look at the names the bands I name dropped: Grizzly Bear, Radiohead. These are bands that are they're cool, but that's not a way to critique art based on coolness. It's not a way to critique art based on what's gonna click. Let me show you something. We're gonna hop on my computer and we're gonna go into Big Thief's Bandcamp. Okay, first off, do you see that Capacity album cover? Do you see that? What do you see? It's a Polaroid of a guy in fucking, or girl, probably, I don't know, whatever, in overalls with a baby. That is so fucking indie. It's so cool. It's so quirky. And it's just that's what the fucking Pitchfork, that's all they want. They don't give a shit about the music. They just want a cool-ass album cover that's so fucking Brooklyn, New York City. Yes, this band is from Brooklyn, and it fucking hurts. I'm from fucking Brooklyn. I know how it goes. This band is from Brooklyn, and just look at that shit. That's bullshit. Fuck that. That's stupid. Let me show you something else. Look at this. Listening to this is right off their Bandcamp page. I'm about to read this right off their Bandcamp page description. Listening to Big Thief is like the feeling of looking at a dog and suddenly marveling that it is like you but very not like you. What you are accustomed to looking at a dog and thinking dog, watching Big Thief is like forgetting the word dog and looking at the naked animal and getting much closer to it and how different it is to you. 2 things. 3. 1, the music doesn't sound anything like that. 2, that is the most pretentious garbage I have ever heard. And 3, that bullshit is why Pitchfork gave this album a 9.2. Has nothing to do with the music. And that pisses me off. So fuck you, Pitchfork. This album, I'm giving a 6.95. 6.95 out of 10. You might disagree. Maybe you think it's an 8 out of 10. Maybe you think it's a 5. But you do not think this is a 9.2 on the Pitchfork scale. That is why we need a punk revolution now, because the music industry only cares about money. And that is fucking money at work. They got a big ass record label. Punk revolution now. Fuck you, Pitchfork. Want me to dress up in overalls and post a picture of it? Maybe you'll give me a good review? I'll do it. On my list. Punk revolution now.